Okay, so those of you watching the recording are going to have missed my introduction, but we want to let Tina Marie tell us her story. And so I'm going to just give her the time right now. Thanks for
Hey.
joining us.
Yes, hi y'all. I am so happy to be here with you. I was talking to Stacy a couple days ago and she's like, I need somebody for my call. And I was like, oh, I can share. I was like, I'll be happy to. So I shared my story so much the last 2 weeks, and then Plexus played it again yesterday for the Meet Plexus, and I didn't even know about that until I saw the post. And I was like, oh, cool. I guess I'm featured again. But next month is actually 10 years of Plexus, which blows me away. Like, I cannot believe that I've done something legit for 10 years. Like, that is wild. First of all, that's a very long time. But that's kind of where my story started. I've always been heavy, and I've always been a little sick, but not like sick, if that makes sense. Like, there was never anything like wrong with me that people thought, but there was always something wrong. Um, and then when I was, we're just gonna backtrack. I'm gonna go fast through my story, y'all. This is gonna be great. So when I was like 14, I'd always been a little sick, right? And finally, my mom took me to the doctor, and turns out my gallbladder had been like super diseased. Like, it was so bad inside of me. And that is why I had been so sick for forever. So had emergency surgery, got that removed, and then was so sick, like for years. So there's two camps of people. There's one camp that they get their gallbladder removed and life is amazing. Like, all their problems are solved, life is great after gallbladder removal. The other camp of people, which I lead that gallbladder gang or no gallbladder gang, is you get your gallbladder removed and like some things changed, but everything is bad. And I could not eat well or anything for yeah, till I started Plexus 8 years later. So it didn't matter what I ate, I gained weight. Like, I could eat healthy, I could eat bad. I couldn't digest or process any type of like roughage, raw vegetables, anything like that. And I just never felt well. And I think you know what I mean when I say feel well. Like, there's a whole difference in just living and feeling well. So I'd seen Julia Carti post on social media about this cute little pink drink. And I was like, there is no way that this cute little pink drink is going to change my life. Because if there was a diet program, you can name it. I have done it. I have a t shirt somewhere, and there's probably some food somewhere floating around in a box somewhere because I've tried and done everything. But my gut was so unhealthy, and I had so many root issues that it didn't matter what I was doing, nothing was helping. Do y'all know what I mean? Can anybody relate to that? Okay. So I was like, I saw her too and posting about it. And finally, after 8 months, I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it. I'll get my money back and I'll just prove this is one more thing that doesn't work. So I ordered. And that first month, I noticed that I wasn't immediately finding a bathroom after a meal. And that was huge. If you know anybody who doesn't have a gallbladder, that is huge to not have to immediately find a bathroom. And yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. And so I quickly found three people to do it with me because I could not afford these products. I sold things on Facebook Marketplace to pay for my first month. And that first month, I got my mom, my sister, and my best friend. And I've never paid out of pocket for products since then, almost 10 years later. And that's literally the only reason I could keep doing it. Um, 2018, 2019, so like 7, 8 years ago, I got really serious, too serious. And I was in the gym like 3 hours a day and I was not eating. And I was like, but I felt better. And I was like, oh, I can just lose weight. I was like, this is perfect. Now I can finally do this. And I very unhealthily lost the weight. Not in a good way. Like, it wasn't good. And but I felt better, but it wasn't good. So then 2020 happened. Do y'all remember? Can y'all believe that was 6 years ago? The world shut down. My store shut down. So I wasn't walking 15,000 steps a day. My gym was closed. And then I had a miscarriage. And then it was just like the culmination of all of these things. And it was like, I'm done with life. Like, I couldn't handle. And I never went back to my store for, I mean, we were shut down for so long where I live. And it's so easy to get bad habits when that's been your whole life, right? And so they all just kind of crept back in. And I had, so 2018, 2019, I lost 180 pounds, which was absolute insanity. And people share that testimony, and I'm like, oh, if y'all only knew how terrible I was to myself during that, right? Like, it's always so interesting when you see testimonies that are like crazy like that and you don't know the full backstory, and people will still post it. They'll find that picture in the depths of social media, and I'm like, where did you find that? It's me in two different purple shirts. And I'm like, please take that down because I do not look like her anymore. Like, that's me, but not me. So, um, store reopened. Okay. I was a plus size, I was a store manager of a plus size clothing store. I loved what I did. I got to help amazing people. But where I was at, I loved my community, but it was so okay to be the size that I was, that it was very hard to try to get back into healthy habits again. And that's a hard thing to like talk about because we want to be inclusive and we want to love people. We want to like be healthy in our bodies and feel good in our skin. But like I had these goals and I wanted to be a certain way again, but it was so okay and normalized where I was that it was very hard to try to do that. Uh, Plexus continued in my life though. I've still always been here, building a team, not building a team, helping other teams. Like my journey has been up and down so much. But 3.5 years ago, my sponsor above me, I'd always been helping her do stuff. I kind of stepped into more of the VA role and really started taking over kind of the back end of things and was like, okay, I can get serious about stuff again. And so that's kind of what I did. And quit my full-time job, started doing this full-time, building my business as well alongside of it. And then at home, I'm not moving as much, right? Like when you go from a retail store manager job to then working from home, y'all know what that looks like. So finally bought a walking desk this year. You'll be proud of me. But it's just you're not moving your body as much. So let me just paint a picture. We're finally to this year. I was trying to go through this quickly. February of this year, I was sitting in my kitchen, looking in front of the fridge, looking for food. It was like 9 p.m. I wasn't hungry, but I was just used to food because that's just what we do to comfort ourselves, right? Especially if you're in the South. And the next day, I saw my friend Wendy post on social media about this tweak she made to her product routine that she was doing, and they were having these incredible results. And I'm like the kind of girl I go all in. Like it's just a part of me. It's one reason I'm sober because I never do anything just a little bit. Like I take everything to the extreme. If you haven't learned that about me in these last 6 minutes. And so I was like, oh, I can do this. So I talked to her. I learned everything I could about this purple protocol and was like, okay, we can do this. So y'all, I am now down 27.5 pounds since February 13th, but healthy. Like I am eating protein and drinking water and like moving my body every day and treating myself so kindly. And it is such a difference than 7 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so cool because the food noise is gone. When you're not constantly thinking about what am I going to eat next? Like, what are we doing for dinner? Like, what's the plan? Like, it is life changing. And if you've not jumped on to the Purple Protocol yet, I really encourage you to because the wins are insane. If you have people who are not seeing wins yet, I would dive into the protocol, see if they're actually following all of the things all the way. And sometimes they just need more time. And that's okay too. But it's like finding the different non scale wins and stuff too. So my husband's down 17 pounds. I'm down almost 30. And I'm like, we can do this. Like it's just such a different thing when you feel good again. So I feel like I just butchered my entire story because I was trying to go fast. But that's me in a little bitty nutshell. So I have like 2 minutes, Stacy, if we want to go over anything else real quick. I'm so sorry to be so rushed.
No, that's okay. Does anyone have a question for Tina Marie? I mean, I'll just sh share while people are thinking that I so appreciate you sharing what you did because there were some things that you shared that I hadn't really even thought of, right? That, sometimes we're losing the weight and things and we're doing it in such an unhealthy way and it just doesn't feel good. And
Mm-mm.
so I love how you shared like this feels good. You're doing it the right way and it feels really good. And I just think that's amazing. So does anyone have a question? I know she's got to jump off, but if you do, give you a second. Thank you for sharing. We're gonna let
I
you keep
love
going.
y'all.
I know you're a busy woman and
I'm so sorry, but yes, thank you for having me. And so last week I did last Monday night with the anchored community. I was there like after party guest speaker and I talked for 30 minutes and I shared a lot about my story and the purple protocol. I'm happy to share that recording if y'all want it. I'll send it to Stacy. Because I really like dove into it a lot deeper and I was really proud of that call. So if you
yes,
want to see it, I'm happy to share.
please
But
do. And I'll put it under the recording, like in the comments of this recording. So
cool.
have a good
All
night.
right,
Thanks
y'all.
for joining us.
Bye, y'all.
All right. And then typically we would move into a product highlight, but Whitney and Megan and Carol and Jen and I'm not sure who else have some things they want to share with us. So I just told them they could go ahead and have the rest of the time.
Thank you, Stacy. That was fabulous. I am so sorry, you guys. I was packing.
I said I saw she's
I,
packing. I hope she hasn't left yet.
I was packing and my alarm went off and I like literally, you know how like you turn that off and you're like, "Oh, okay, it's time to go." Kept packing, totally spaced it. And then I was starting to see texts from Stacy, Megan. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what time is it?" You guys, sorry. I'm so sorry. But I did fit everything into a personal item, and I'm so proud of myself. Stacy, you'd be proud of me. I learned that from you. Anyways, can you hear my robot vacuum? I hope it's not too loud. Just tell me if it's annoying. Okay, so I'm really excited about this. So our fabulous Jules, Megan, Carol, Jennifer, they were like, we have not like talked to each other in too long. Let's have a Zoom and just like catch up on stuff. And so we did that on Friday, and Jen shared something with us that Megan and Carol and I were like, oh, we like this sounds amazing. We want to hear more of this and, you know, take part. I don't know a lot about it. So I'm basically going to hand the time over to Jen, if that's okay, Jen. If I can just kind of have you tell what you've been doing and why you love it. And because of this, we've decided to kind of switch things up on our team because we feel like there's a lot of value here for and it's mainly for people who like want a business, who want to grow in their leadership, who want to grow their income, but to do it in a really like simple, what's the word, streamlined, supported way that is working really well for Jen now and for a lot of other leaders. And to simplify what we're doing as a team. So I'll let Jen share like what she's been doing with it. She's so excited about that she wanted to share with us. And then we'll talk about what we're going to do as a team with it. Okay. So Jennifer, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. So, you guys heard Tina Marie talk about how she spoke on the Anchored call last week, and that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about. So, a few months ago, the Jewels kind of got together, Jenna Hutala, Nicole Gall, Cassie Howard, and a lot of the other Jewels. So they came up with this word anchored, and it's really all about all of us rowing together. Um, I I originally wasn't going to go in the group because it wasn't going to be like they were like it's got to be your whole team and blah blah blah, and I'm like, well, we weren't ready to do it as a team yet, but I still went in it anyways. And guys, I was just like, this is what I needed. If you don't know my story, I've been in a valley for a little over 2 years now, going through a divorce, lost my mom, kind of like moved to a new city, just really, really started kind of like from scratch again. And this purple combo has been absolutely like, if you know, you know. And so I really felt like I wrote some notes down just so that I don't kind of like go all over the place. Um, but I had a lot of ups, I had a lot of downs. And when I was in this group for the last 2 months, something shifted in me. Something like a spark was lit, like something that I had been praying for. And so being in this group over the last few weeks, they have it all laid out for you, like super, super simple. You get in that group, they have weekly drops, like weekly learning drops where every day they'll put a post. So it might be like for example, I don't know. It's just like a different topic every week. And every day they plug in the messages that you can share in ChatGPT. They'll show you how to do ChatGPT. And you can actually like post every single day just by what that prompt is in the group chat or in the anchored group. And then once you post it, you share it into that thread, and all the leaders will go in and they'll comment and they'll encourage, and people will like follow you and like comment on your post. And it's just the way that everything is like kind of put together, it's right there for us. Like it's right there. Every Monday night, they encourage everyone to get on the corporate call. So they'll have like a different topic or whatever. And I think that's at like 7 or 7:15. And then right after those Monday night calls, they have a it's called the after party. So whoever spoke on the corporate call will be on the after party, like giving their detailed story. And that's what Tina Marie was talking about. So, and then on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, they have something called the Mastermind. And last week, Noelle was speaking, no, Dan and Noelle. And then there was someone else speaking, but I literally was on that call, and it could be personal growth, it could be mindset, it could be business, it could be, testimonies, like all these things. And I left that call feeling so energized. Guys, I probably signed up, I'm going to say maybe 10 or 15 people all last year. I signed up 14 in January and February and March. And there was like a spark lit under my butt. It is a faith-based group. They do have weekly prayer calls so you can work and pray. Those are on Thursdays. If you don't want to do that, then that's fine. But just being in that group and having the like, go get them, like that type of thing, and just all the information, like that, all the information that you need, even if you're like a new ambassador who is just learning about the business, it's for you. And if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, everyone is kind of rowing together in this group. Like the Zoom calls, like you're talking about 100 people on these calls, and everyone is just like pouring in, and it's just been amazing. So when I messaged Carol a few weeks ago, and I was really emotional on the call, and I'm like, I miss the community aspect. And I know that there was calls, and I needed, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was just like when I got on this call, I'm like, this is it. This is what I needed. And I needed to share. And so yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. Does anybody have any questions?
So Jen, is there a Facebook group and then a chat? Is that the
Yeah, so there's a Facebook group, and it's called Anchored, and that's where everyone goes in. So your new brand ambassadors that want to learn about the business, and it's like start here. And step by step by step, they kind of teach you. And then there's a group chat.
what
So
are
there's
they
some
teaching? Are they teaching how to share? Is that what it?
everything,
Okay,
everything.
that's
Hmm.
awesome. I love it. And then
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. And then there's a chat too.
There's a chat too. Now, I'm trying to think if there's a one chat, and then there's like it's like an umbrella, and then there's like different chats. So if you're like a leader, like it would be Whitney, Carol, Megan, myself, we would be in like the leader chat, and they have different categories that you can go in and you can help. Um, but like I haven't been in, so like I did it for 2 months, and I kind of felt bad because I was like, I miss this, I miss you guys. So I stopped. Like I left. I told Jenna, and I told um Cassie, I said, I really miss my team. I don't feel like um this is the right time for me to be in here. So I came back, and I was like, something was missing. And I said to Carol, I said, I have to go back to Anchored. I have to, that's just what's pulling me over here. It's like a fire in me that has been like ignited.
I love it. You needed both. You
I
needed,
needed both.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of what we want to be able to offer to everyone. So there's multiple Zooms throughout the week. You can pick which ones you want to participate in based on what your personal goals are. And so I love that. I feel like, and organization is not my strong suit, I love that everything's like so streamlined and organized and right there for you. Kind of self-guided, it sounds like, with a lot of support. Um, and is there a cost for the group in the chat, Jen, or how does that work? Because I think you
I
said there was
think
a free option or
So it's the just the leaders, like, so the jewels.
dual.
We
yeah,
we
we would
pay
pay
$10. We pay
$25.
10. Yeah, 10, it's 10. It's only
Oh,
10. Yeah, we pay $10 a month, and that $10 really is, for accountability and whatever. But also they do giveaways, but then
Yeah.
that gets our teams into it. So
Awesome.
if you're not a jewel, you don't have to pay. You just get to
Sweet.
join because of who your leader is, because your leader's in there.
I
And
love
it's,
that.
yeah, and it's an opportunity really to get trained by so many different people. And they have people who are, great at creating graphics, doing that. And they've got people who are great at creating content, doing that, and great at, leading Zoom calls, doing that. So I think there's just the Monday and Tuesday Zooms, and then there's like a work with me, like she said, the work and
on
worship, they call it.
Thursdays. Yeah.
So it's not like there's multiple Zooms. And yeah, it just and it's for everybody, because whether you're silver or diamond, you got to do the same activities to grow. So yeah, I was talking to Angela Harry, she's a sapphire that's in there leading that, and she was like, we will, we'll coach your teams for you. Like, we're all pooling our gifts. And so it's just kind of a good way to get different perspectives from different people.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, so it sounds so Monday night we attend the corporate call and then do the after party, get a lot more oomph out of that. So that's the ones that will be like really will want to plug new VIPs into that
Yes.
immediately to
Yeah.
light a fire and belief in them. And then Tuesday nights will be more that's more like self-development stuff, business training type stuff, right,
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah.
And I will say, you guys, from the very beginning, like I was there when they decided to do this, and I told Cassie, like, I want to be part of this. And then she's like, okay, perfect. It's Tuesday nights. And I was like, wah, wah, wah. I was like, we can't, that's when we all meet as a team. So I love, Jen, that you went ahead and tested it out for us and saw the value there. So what we've decided we want to do, you guys, is and we totally believe like simple is best, okay? So we're gonna move our 10-10-10 team Zooms to every other Wednesday night. So every other Wednesday night, there will be a 10-10-10 Zoom one Wednesday night. The next following Wednesday night, there's gonna be a new VIP celebration at the same time. And we want everyone to hop on those. We still want you to plan to hop on for 30 minutes every Wednesday night, and you're gonna love both. If you haven't been on a new VIP celebration or you don't attend them regularly, you attending, like those of you that have a story, you're the ones that get these new VIPs so excited about being part of this team and hearing your stories. Like it's so powerful, and you always leave filled, and it's quick and simple. You know what I mean? So we're going to start next week so we will move these meetings to Wednesday night starting next week, and then it will be just every other Wednesday. So we've got a new VIP celebration tomorrow, and then the following week we will have the 10-10-10 on Wednesday night, not Tuesday. So I'll put up a big post on Wellness Warriors and some reminders. But make sure that you are letting your team know and encouraging them to participate in this, and check out the Anchored. Now, how do we get them the info? Here comes my vacuum and it stops. Let me second it. Sorry.
Well, actually, Whitney, that's what I was just gonna ask. I found the Facebook group already, but in order for me to join, you have to join first because I have
Okay.
to put that who my jewel upline is and all that. So you have to let us know, or whoever, whether it's Megan or Carol or Jen, for any of
Yeah, I was
you.
gonna say, Jen, can you send the four of us, or the three of us, the link or like where it is, and I'll take care of, and Megan, I'm sure will too. And we're all saying we're gonna do it, so we're gonna do it. If you can just show us where to go, and then we'll do it. And as soon as we've done it, and I think we can all say we can get it done in the next day or two. And
Yeah.
then we'll post it in some of our key chats there, the jewel pushers and we'll share with our teams and stuff like that there.
Cool.
And
So does
then,
that sound good?
so the other question Raquel just put on the chat is same time because right now the new VIP and they're different times. So what time are you going with?
Right. I was thinking 6:30. Since we moved these to only 30 minutes long, I like just having, and I feel like the half hour makes more sense to people. It's easier to remember. So we'll just do every Wednesday night meeting at 6:30. It's either a new VIP celebration or it's a
And
10.
8:30 Eastern.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say the 6:30 she's talking about is Mountain, right?
Yep, 6:30 Mountain, 8:30 Eastern. It's only 30 minutes long, so those will both be quick, short and
And
sweet.
then my question was just, I guess, to have my brain wrap around it. I know sometimes there's a fifth, so that might be why you haven't specified, but are you just planning to do like the first and third and second and fourth? Or are you truly trying to do every other?
Well, so we have it set to where the new VIP celebrations are every first and third. And so we will do the second and the fourth automatically. If there is a fifth, we never do the last day of the month anyway. So as long as it doesn't fall on a last day of the month, then we'll throw that 10 10 10 in. If it is on the fifth Sunday, that's or fifth Wednesday, that's the only time. Otherwise, it'll only be two. So
Okay, so first and third VIP celebrations at 8:30 p.m., 6:30 Mountain, and second and fourth 10 10 10, 8:30, 6:30.
yeah, unless it's the end, the last day of the month, then we won't have either one. So if it ever, I mean, obviously the new VIP celebration never would. If a 10 10 10 were to fall on the last day of the month, then we just wouldn't have a meeting that night. So, and for those of you that are in the rotation for the team Zooms right now, what we decided to do is we'll just put like we'll bunch two of you together. So since we're doing every other week, the person who is in charge next week and the following, we'll put those two together for next week. And then one of you can take care of a product highlight, the other one can line up someone to do a
The
testimony.
new VIP is
So it'll
tomorrow
make it
tomorrow
easier.
though. We don't
Yes.
have VIP. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So try to get all your new VIPs on tomorrow night, 6:30 Mountain, 8:30 Eastern, new VIP celebration. If you aren't familiar with those, I pay $10 gift cards to every new VIP who attends for the first time. So that is my gift to our team, and I encourage you to take advantage of those because it really helps these new VIPs. Like it solidifies their confidence in the choice that they've made to join. Hearing other people, like hearing multiple people's stories, like they always leave so inspired and so motivated, and it plugs them into the community and gets them, like, helps them see that there's support here for them, Zoom's here for them. So please get them on. Your personal invite is always the most effective and a reminder and jumping on with them. So all right, any other questions? We'll keep the same Zoom link, same password. Yes, please invite people to 10 10 10. That's what we're intending with these. That's why we changed them up to where it's really new VIP friendly. We want them to hear a different inspiring testimony every single week. We want them to hear a product highlight every single week. And that's really going to get them going. And then they can hang out for the 10-minute business training if they want, or they don't have to, but a lot of times that'll pique their interest, you know? So definitely please invite those. That should be in your follow-up to invite them to the next one. So absolutely. Any other questions? Will the schedule for hosts be posted on the team page? I post the rotation. Do you mean Raquel, like who's in charge? That's in the chat. The everyone who's in the
Well,
rotation.
Whitney, right now there's two chats also. So you've got two separate chats, one for the team and the team call and one for the new VIP.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh,
I guess
some
we could
people,
combine it,
you probably want to combine
combine
them
them into one.
just
That makes sense. I didn't think about that, but that
Yeah,
makes
so I think some people are in just one and not the other, and so you want to make sure if you're not combining them that you're putting it in both.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, we'll make one chat. I'll keep the team Zoom rotation and add the new VIP stuff in there. And then we'll just pin the new VIP celebration outline and do the one schedule that shows both. Okay. So I'll get that done while I'm on my travel to the Jewel Summit. You guys, if you don't know, this is going to be amazing. Alec and Tarl invited, they said the first 100 jewels, they opened it up to diamonds first, and I think diamonds took all the spots, but they were like the first people to register. You have to like show us you're committed by giving us your flight info, and they're paying for us to stay in Arizona, busing us into the home office every day. Well, it's 2 full days, but it's going to be amazing. It's all about collaborating and what we can improve on together, and it's going to be awesome. I feel like there's some big waves coming following this momentum that we've already got with the purple drink that, like Carol talked about last week, that momentum is not going to last forever. So we want to be really collaborating and coming together with some things that'll keep us moving forward. So it's going to be awesome. I'll be talking about it next week. So you want to join in, okay? All right, you guys are awesome. Any questions before we go? Okay, so 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, starting next Wednesday. Okay, tomorrow night's the new VIP celebration. Please join us then, and love you guys. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Stacy. That was awesome. Okay, turning this off.